Hello everyone. Today I'm here to talk about an interesting stock called Brightcom Group Limited or BCG. It used to be called Lycos Internet Limited right here and is engaged in digital marketing services and development of computer software and services. Before we start this video, the disclaimer as always is this is not investment advice. This is just a discussion based on this stock. So please consult a professional and make decisions accordingly. So let's get on with our discussion on Brightcom Group. So as you can see, the market cap is 5,250 crores. Okay, this is something which had come on my radar a couple of months ago to see and research. And why this became so interesting, because being in the digital marketing space and being in the software solution space, it's something that's really going to grow. Something like digital marketing is really going to grow now that the pandemic is sort of in this phase that we are in, because a lot of the physical forms of advertising are slowly moving to the digital space, and that's why we need to keep a track of all this. So let's go here and see. The current stock price is 50 rupees, book value is 31.3 rupees, ROE, ROC are decent ratios. Now, one thing off the bat here, you can see that the stock PE 10.8 is less than industry PE of 29.2. That's a very important consideration that might suggest that it is possibly undervalued. Okay, let's look at this chart. I mean, I was lucky enough to spot it at this point somewhere, and it's gone to like this crazy level of 50. Now, the thing here is to note, you might see a lot of cons here saying promoter holding has decreased, company has delivered poor sales growth, promoter holding is low, dividend payout is low. But the important thing for us to always know is we want to look at the performance from the day we evaluate it or the day we choose to buy it. That's the most important thing. Like, you want to know what is the growth from current levels, not what happened in the past, because that's not important as such. Because what happened in the past may or may not happen in the future. You want to see from today which can become that one stock. You remember the one stock video I spoke about, or one stock can pay off your retirement and pay off your, for the rest of your life. So this is that example, like something like this, which is untouched, which people are not talking about, can become that stock. So you see, compared to its peers, the PE is quite low. So that's one sign, that it could be really undervalued. Now look at the debt, it's zero debt. This is amazing coming right here. Okay. And you look at sales and expenses are decent. It's making a profit. It has decent profit before tax and net profit. And the main thing here is when you come to the balance sheet, you can see that these reserves are nicely growing over time. Now let's take a look at the price action and see what's happened. Now, when you come here, you sort of see it's gone up, it's come down, it's gone up, it's come back down. So this is what I had predicted and taken a screenshot, a few days back, saying that it would probably fall to these levels and it would bounce back here from these 40 levels. The reason I say this is because there is this announcement that was made right here, where you see that there have been preferential basis shares being issued, and these are the names. You can go here to BSE India and get this data. You can see the number of securities issued. It's a big issue. Okay, and they were issuing this before the bonus, but they decided to issue this after the bonus so that there would be no challenge or something like that. So you're looking at a price of around 37 or something. So if we come back here, we see that around this price, like this 40 range, would be where we would expect to see it drop to and bounce back. So that's like sort of some expected behavior. And obviously, when the earnings come out, next month in October or November, whenever the period is for the quarter ending September, we'll come to know in more detail, like the shareholding pattern might change. They might choose to buy back more of their shares, and businesses are increasing because you see digital marketing services, they're partners, they're big publisher partners. They're also dealing with companies like Facebook, Google, Netflix. So it's really great, their clientele. So let's just see if they can get their act together, because then, it might be a gold mine for all of us. Now let's see what actually happened. This is 2 days later. You can see that it's dropped and it's hit another upper circuit. So I mean, anything can happen. Like, it can just run into orbit. So let's see if this happens, well and good. This is a great point then for accumulation from institutions, from people that might be looking at high risk to reward, because at 37 point something, there's been a preferential shares issue. So you might see this touching the sky. And another quarter, as more and more is revealed and more things come up, you might see the PE also grow from a 10 PE to 30 PE company. So, I mean, to just sum it all up, like, important thing is having conviction, getting into such stocks before the big money, smart money, big players can actually get into it, and then holding on to your conviction and running for the ride. And the reason I'm covering this is something that can potentially be that multi-bagger. It can be what that ITC was in the 70s and 80s. It can be what that Infosys or TCS was in the 90s. Because currently all those stocks are like at crazy high levels and people bought it in the COVID drop. But something like this is untouched. Not many people know about it. It's not a people's favorite stock. So this is something that we can get hold on, and it can be our stock for the future if they execute properly and if the results are in sync. Okay. So thanks a lot. Again, remember, please consult professionals. I'm not an authorized advisor or anything, so please consult professional. This is not something where we are soliciting any business or anything like that. Please contact a professional, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much.